Let's go right to the question. What do they want from us? The student wants to recount the sequence of events proposed by the researchers. So sequence really stands out. Order matters, right? I got to get things in order. So A, according to researchers' simulations, 2 events likely occurred around 160 million years ago. First, chrysalis came very close to Saturn, and second, debris from Saturn's rings caused the moon to break apart. Well, sounds great, awesome, but can't pick it quite yet. Got to see what else we got, but that sounds like a sequence. B, if a moon orbiting a planet like Saturn comes close enough to that planet, tidal forces can cause the moon to break apart. There's no events there, technically. That is a general summary of some kind of phenomenon, but there's no sequence, so no. C, around 160 million years ago, a large moon chrysalis came close enough to Saturn that tidal forces broke the moon apart. Its debris then formed the planet's ring. So it sounds like a sequence of events. First this happened, then this other thing happened. So 2 answers. So we'll come back to them. Let's not worry about it quite yet. Let's look at D. First, researchers proposed that Saturn was orbited by a large moon chrysalis. Next, they conducted simulations, and finally they formed a hypothesis. Well, this is definitely a sequence. But we wanted a sequence of events proposed by the researchers. We don't want the proposal itself, right? So I'm not interested in the research process. I'm interested in what happened to this moon. So I could pretty confidently cross that one out. Now, my next move would be, all right, what are the differences between A and C? Maybe there's some goal in the question that I missed, right? So they do seem to be about sequences. Do they say different things? First, chrysalis came very close. Then the rings caused the moon to break apart. So this is saying first the moon came close, then the debris formed. Oh, so this is saying something different. This is saying in A, the rings caused the problem. To C, the rings are the result of the problem, right? So these are different answers. So that tells me it's not really about the question. Now it's about the bullet points. I need to go there and I need to just see what were the facts, what happened. So I'm going there with a plan. This doesn't seem to help. It once orbited, would have come very close. At that distance would have broken apart. Hypothesized the resulting debris formed the rings. So that is it. Proof. Choice C is the answer. So no big deal. But if you got this wrong, because you're like, oh, I didn't read the bullet points and I just picked A. The problem isn't that you didn't read the bullet points. The problem is you didn't read B, C, or D, because this is going to happen whether it's an outline question or a passage question. You got to read all the answer choices. There is never an excuse to stop once you get something that sounds good. You always have to read everything because we know they're tricking us. We know that they are putting very, very good answers near the top, knowing that some people just pick them as soon as they see them and not bother to see that there was a better answer later. And to be clear, it is not the case that one answer is good, but one answer is better, right? This is never like answers that are kind of right on the SAT. Everything is provably wrong. You just did not take the time to prove it wrong. You just assumed it was right and moved on. And so you always got to read everything and be really open-minded as you do that maybe the answer that you read and really liked early on is actually wrong, is actually got some problem that you just overlooked. We'll get to it. We'll find that problem out if we are open-minded as we read the other choices. And getting back to the specifics of these outline questions, we still do the same strategy. We read the question, we go to the choices, we get rid of anything that does not accomplish the goal. If there are multiple answers left, go back to the question, see if there's another goal that you are ignoring, and double check too, if there are still 2 answers left, do the facts line up? Are there different facts presented to accomplish that goal in the 2 choices? Those are the cases we go to the bullet points. And we should go to the bullet points because we've done all the other stuff. It's never we go to the bullet points first. We don't need to for most questions. But when we need to, we will know. We will see that something like this happened. So there's really no excuse for getting this wrong. I do not consider this a hard question. It's got a couple more steps than usual, but it's not hard. The answer is obvious if you follow the right steps to go through these outline questions.